Though the accordion is of European origin, it has become one of the most iconic instruments in several Latin American and Caribbean cultures, where it was transformed through African, indigenous, and Creole rhythms into the voice of the people, especially among the rural working class. The accordion was invented in early 19th century Europe. It belongs to the family of free reed aerophones, instruments that produce sound as air flows across vibrating reeds housed in a frame. At its core, it is a bellows-driven instrument, with buttons or keys that open valves, allowing air to pass over reeds tuned to different pitches. The left hand typically manages the bass and chord buttons, while the right hand plays the melody on a keyboard or button board. What makes the accordion so versatile is that it combines melody, harmony, and rhythm in one compact instrument, acting effectively as a portable orchestra. It is expressive enough to convey both joy and sorrow. Over the centuries, many regional variants of the accordion have emerged. The diatonic button accordion, common in folk music, is tuned to specific keys and has a distinct push-pull sound. Chromatic button accordion, with uniform fingering across all keys, is favored in Europe and South America for its range and agility. The piano accordion, popular in North America and parts of Latin America, features a piano keyboard and became dominant in commercial music. In Brazil, the sanfona often refers to either a diatonic or chromatic model, adapted to play local styles. In Europe, the accordion became a favorite instrument among peasants and working class families in the 19th century. It was particularly popular in Germany, Italy, France, Russia, and Spain. It was used in dance music, village celebrations, and even religious processions. In these contexts, it became known for waltzes, polkas, and marches, providing a full musical sound without requiring a band. In the Caribbean and Latin America, the accordion arrived during the 19th century through maritime trade, particularly along the Atlantic coast. Its introduction to the region coincided with an era of intensified global exchange from the Old World to the New, through colonization, migration, and the movement of seafarers, laborers, and missionaries. The accordion's portability, its rugged construction, and its ability to play melody and harmony made it ideal for rural poor musicians. It was quickly adopted by Afro-Caribbean, indigenous, and mestizo communities, who integrated it into their own musical traditions. In Colombia, the accordion forms the core of vallenato, a narrative-driven folk music tradition. The name vallenato literally means born in the valley. Traditionally, vallenato is performed by a trio consisting of button accordion, caja vallenata, and guacharaca. These three instruments symbolize the tri-ethnic roots of the Colombian people: European, African, and indigenous, and together they create a musical framework for storytelling. Vallenato lyrics often recount tales of love, local gossip, political critique, and rural life. In the Dominican Republic, the accordion took hold in the rural Cibao region and became the principal melodic instrument in merengue típico. Introduced in the late 19th century, it joined with the guira and tambora to form a vibrant, danceable musical style. Merengue típico reflected rural values and festive expression. It was later appropriated by political regimes, such as that of Rafael Trujillo, to project nationalistic identity. In Brazil, particularly in the northeastern states, such as the Pernambuco and Bahia, the accordion, known locally as the sanfona, became essential to forró. Forró was popularized in the 20th century by figures like Luis Gonzaga, whose songs spoke of drought, love, migration, and rural life. Across all these cultures, the accordion ceased to be a foreign instrument. It became a vernacular voice adapted to local experience. Its flexibility allowed it to mirror the diversity of Latin American and Caribbean society. Now that we've explored the historical journey of the accordion and its cultural transformations, I'd like to offer a brief musical demonstration of that evolution. The following footage is from a modern-day Mayfest celebration here in Connecticut. The dance performed is the Bandeltanz, or the ribbon dance, which is centered around the traditional maypole. Both the music and the Tracht, or the traditional folk attire worn by the dancers, originate in the rural German-speaking regions of the Alps. This performance offers a glimpse into the accordion's early European setting, festive, communal, and deeply rooted in agrarian seasonal rituals. After seeing the accordion in its original European context, we now turn to its transformation in the New World. As the instrument crossed the Atlantic, it was quickly adopted by rural and working-class communities across the region. The first example comes from Mexico, where the accordion became central to many folk and revolutionary songs. In this excerpt, I perform La Cucaracha, a traditional tune that emerged during the Mexican Revolution. The song itself is about a cockroach that has lost two of its legs and struggles to walk. In the Mexican Revolution, the verses changed, and they often had references to the conflict and references to major political figures. The accordion took on a more melancholic role in this final piece from the Andrian highlands of Peru. In El Condor Pasa, an iconic melody rooted in indigenous Andean traditions, we hear the instrument echo the longing, beauty, and spiritual depth of mountain life. Though it became popular globally, this piece remains a symbol of Peruvian identity. The story of the accordion in Latin America and the Caribbean is in many ways the story of cultural adaptation itself. This instrument from Europe found a new life in the Americas, and it often serves as a voice for the common people. It has become woven into the fabric of folk traditions around the world.